Andre in Connecticut. This is your DX2547. I've done all of the LesComm enhancements. That guy was a 1000, he's now 3300. This guy was a 1000, he's now a 4700. I don't know if you can see that or not. Anyway, it's a 4700 microfarad. Maybe you can see it if I get around here. Yeah. He was 1000 also, he's now 4700. I can do that in the base radios because I got enough room. Your dual final setup is installed. Added a second RF520. Now you notice there's no heat sink back here. I didn't do a heat sink on these because we're doing the RFX150. Okay, so what I got to do next, well, there's the 15 kilohertz wide IF filter, and I have replaced the first RF amplifier with a 2SC2999. And so what I'm about to do now is take the power supply out so that I can get to the AM power regulator to change that to a max mod. Alright, more to come. Alright, got your Palomar max mod installed. I didn't have to take the power supply itself all the way out. All I had to do was move it back so I could get to those holes. There's the bracket for it. So there it is. I moved it up high on the heat sink because the voltage regulator and the audio chip are down low on the heat sink. So I moved this up higher for better cooling. Okay. Alright, moving on. Okay, everything's done. There's your, well, as far as enhancements, there's your Palomar Max Mod. And I think I've already showed you that I mounted it up high. These things come with 3 screws in the back, but only 2 screws in the front, even though there's 3 holes. It comes from the factory that way, so that's the way I put it back. And that blue on there is Loctite to keep it from coming out. Just put a little on there, put a little bit on this screw and on the nut. Let's see, can you see that? Well, if I can get some light in there, you could see it. There it is. Some blue on that nut to keep it from backing off. I want it held tight up against the heat sink. Already showed you all the enhancements and your second final, and explained why it doesn't have a heat sink on the back of it. But I am getting ready now to start measuring and putting the RFX 150 on. There is your CP1, Top Gun CP1. Okay. All right, more to come. All right, this is where I'm at so far. You got your red LED in the meter. Okay, I got the switches all wired up. The switch here is for your SP1, which is mounted right there. Okay, this control down here is for the echo. Your echo is mounted right there. Now all of this is put together with connectors. You can see one of them right there. And I need to put another wire tie there to dress that up. But you can either take this out, or take this out, or take them both out and just plug everything right back in. You don't have to do any soldering to change things around. Right now, it's set up to where that the SP1A goes, the microphone goes straight to the SP1. Okay, the SP1 then goes to the echo board. The echo board comes out and goes straight down to the radio. I don't know if you can see that there or not. Alright, so mic in, to SP1, out of SP1 into Echo, from Echo down to the radio main board. Alrighty, there's your LesComm LC35-128. The band switch is right here. All the way to the left is the low band. In the center is 11 meters. All the way to the right is high band. Okay. This is your clarifier, and the slide on your clarifier, it goes up about 4.3 and then down about I said 4.3, I meant, yeah, that's right, 4.3, and then down about 3.5, 3.6. Okay, and any more than that, I could give you more slide, but any more than that, you can't really control it with this knob. Okay, you need more. All right, your 10kc button is right here. This used to be the clarifier button, but the clarifier now is wired direct. And for the 10kc, push that button in, you jump up 10kcs. Okay, this is good for like between channel 3 and channel 4. You can see that's 985 there. Channel 4 jumps to 005. So you go back down to 3, push this button, presto, you're on 3A. Okay. All right. That's 11 meters. That's low band. That's high band. Okay. I've already showed you all the LesComm enhancements. Or did I show you the? There's your CP1 right there. All right. And you can see I got all the cables dressed. This is going to be your amp on-off. This wire, these two wires here. And amp on-off is now this button. Okay, push that in, your amp is enabled. Take it out, your amp is disabled. Okay. What I'm about to do now is start mounting the RFX 150, this guy. I wish I could get more of these, but I got to change the transistors in this. You bought the upgraded transistors for that, so I need to do that before I start mounting this. It's easier that way. Okay. All right. Continuing on. There's your RFX 150. Getting ready to take it apart and change the output transistors, output MOSFETs. All right, you can plainly see we got ERF 7530s in there, and these are the new ERF 9530s. All right, Palomar. I'm going to be replacing them with those. Be right back. Got the ERF 9530s in there. There you go. Now you can see the number. There's the 7530s that came out of it. I'll keep those around just for spares in case I need to repair an older 175 or 150 rather. Alright. Okay, got the RFX 150 mounted. Okay, got Loctite on the screws. Those came back out. Alright, you can see the fins are just slightly below the edge of the frame just slightly. Okay, this switch here doesn't control power going to this. What this controls is the keying circuit. Okay, so it'll say amp RFX 150 on this. With this turned on, then you turn on the keying circuit that goes to the amp. The power cable, which I'm going to replace that, this and the radio will both be tied into a Y-type power cable, because they both have to be powered by the same thing, either by your truck battery, camper battery, power supply, whatever. They have to be powered by the same supply. Okay, and you cannot run this guy off of this. All right, so if you decide to run your radio off of AC, you cannot run this thing here off of AC. Make sure you disconnect the power cable from the DC jack there in the back. But if it's switched to DC, you're not going to see anything. But if you switch to AC, this power supply here will not run the RFX 150. Okay, can't make that any more plain than that. Do not try to run the RFX 150 on just the little power supply inside the radio. It won't handle it. This little guy here is, I think this is a 12 amp. Nope, 8.5 amps, 12 volt. So he just barely has enough to run the radio now with those dual finals in there. But I want to show you something. Okay, hang on, let me get that solder out of the way. Okay, I have a 100 watt slug in peak and a 100 watt slug in average. Peak, as you can see, is on the ×2 scale, ×2 multiplier. We are in the peak mode, PEP. Okay, so we'll be reading on the bottom scale on both meters, but the bottom scale on this side is doubled. Okay, there where it says 100 is actually 200. There where it says 80 is actually 160. There where it says 60 is 120. Okay. All right, right now I'm on lower sideband. I'm going to switch to AM, channel 20. RF power on the radio is turned all the way up. See, we did key probably about, what is that? 246, about 8 with RF power all the way up. Hello audio, audio 1 2, 1 2 audio, audio 1 2. Okay. Now I'm going to turn on the SP1. Hello audio, audio 1 2, 1 2 audio, audio 1 2 3, 3 2 1 audio. About 30. No, what is that? That's about 60 watts peak. Remember, I got this on ×2, so we were in between the 20 and 40, which is normally on the just ×1 is is 30, but we multiply that by 2, so that's 60 watts peak. That's just on the finals on the radio. Okay. Hello audio, audio 1 2, 1 2 audio. Right, that's with SP1 on. I turn the SP1A off. Now you see P1 is wired in. It's on all the time. It can't be disconnected, and the reason for that, you can't switch it because it replaces 2 resistors that are on the circuit board. Okay, so if you disconnected it, you wouldn't get any audio at all. Okay, hello audio, audio 1 2, 1 2 audio, audio hello. And now with the SP1 on, hello audio, audio 1 2, 1 2 audio. You get a little more power out of it, but it's going to sound really good on the other end. And I'm just using a stock microphone. Okay, now I'm going to switch to sideband. I'm still just on the radio. Okay. Audio, hello, hello audio, audio 1 2, 1 2 audio. And we came up to about, what is that, about 25, 26 watts RMS. Hello audio 1 2. And about let's see, that's about 22 24, so about 48 watts peak, just a little bit less than what it does on AM. Okay, now let's go to, oh okay, that was with the SP1. Alright, the SP1 off now. Audio, hello audio. Okay, and what the SP1A is going to do is keep your average up. Audio, hello audio, audio 1 2 1 2 audio. Alright. Just the least little bit of noise. Let me turn the mic gain down if I can find the right knob. There's the mic gain right there. Okay. That's with mic gain all the way down. Or not quite all the way, that's all the way down right there. I'm going to turn mic gain all the way back up. Still on lower sideband. Hello audio, audio 1 2. You'll be working that mic gain. Audio, hello. Alright, now back to AM. Remember, we were dead keying about let's see, 2 4 6, about 8 watts. Remember, we're reading on that bottom scale. Hello audio 1 2 1 2 audio, and almost 60 watts peak. Okay, RFX 150 is on, and you remember you have the new 9530s in there. Hello audio 1 2 3 audio, hello audio. Did I have the SP1? Yeah, I had the SP1A on. So audio, that's about 95 on the 100 watt scale, so you're looking at about 190 watts peak. Audio, and about 30 watts RMS. Okay, that's on the AM. Now we're going to go to lower sideband. Okay, still have the RFX 150 on, and it's just cold to the touch. It ain't even warm. Hello audio, audio 1 2 1 2 audio, audio hello audio, audio 1 2. Hello audio 1 2 1 2 audio. Alright, now I'm going to turn the SP1 on. Real sensitive, ain't it? Audio, hello audio, audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1 audio, hello. So we're doing about 80 watts RMS. And what was that, about 160 peak? Hello audio. Yep. Okay. Well, basically, everything is finished. Right now, I've got the decal on order. It should be getting here just any day now. But this is your amp control. It used to be the power button, okay? Power button is now over here on the volume squelch control. Okay? And I use Teflon wire to go from the switch to switch power. Also use Teflon to go from this switch back to the amp for the keying circuit. Okay, this is your SP1. Of course, all of this will be labeled when you get the radio, when we get the decal put on there. This is the SP1A. This is the amplifier. Okay, this is your band switch. This is your echo control. There's the deluxe echo board right there. There's your LesComm LC35-128. And again, like I said, I'll show you all of this again once I get the decal and get the covers and everything on it. But I'm not going to put the face back on it until I get the decal put on. Okay. It just makes it easier for me to put it on. We're waiting on that decal. I've got this put up so it doesn't get scratched. Back up there. Okay. All right. Let's see, is there something else I'm forgetting to tell you? Yeah, we got all that done. Max mod. Did I show you the max mod? I think I did, but I ain't real sure that I did. But there it is. Got the damn hiccups for some reason. I have no idea why. I usually don't get hiccups. There's your max mod. Yeah, I did tell you about it because I told you I mounted it up high on the heat sink to get it away from these two guys. Mounted up higher so it gets more of the heat sink to itself. Okay. I can show you the bottom of this. I still got some wire dressing to do right around here. This guy here, I'm going to probably take him out and put a snap-in plug there in his place. You notice I put the tag for your radio on the RFX 150 because it covered up the place where that was. So I mounted it over here. I probably need to put some Loctite on these too. I'll do that here in a minute. There's your CP1. There's the Teflon wires I've got that's going to the keying circuit for the RFX 150 right there. And because we use the PA switch for the SP1A, I've got a looping plug in here to make sure that your external speaker and your headphone jack still work. Okay, without that looping plug in there, they won't work. What else? Oh yeah, your SWR meter is going to be reading the SWR from the amplifier sensing SWR to the antenna. Okay, well, that's what these two wires here do. They replace the sensing circuit that was in the radio. This guy here, you remove him because there's a sensing circuit in the amp already, and you just put the two sense wires here. Now, they were made to go to a Magnum radio, but they work just great in the Galaxy as well. Okay, what else? What else? There's the Teflon wires for the power coming around the back of the power supply and then connecting where the old power supplies were. Old power supply wires were. And I think that's just about it. And I've already showed you the clarifier. I can't put more swing than that in there or else you won't be able to control it with a knob. We'd have to go to a 10 turn. Now I can put a 10 turn in here, but I got to cut this board in half and modify the 10 turn so that the plastic on the top of it meets this guy here, because I can't cut any of this metal away because of this PC board. You know, that's all part of it. Okay, talkback still works. Roger beep. When you turn on your SP1, okay, switch back to AM. Yeah, push it in to turn on the SP1. Out is off. Had to think about that for a second. How did I wire that? I wired it so that when you push it in, it's on. With it out, it's off. Same thing with the power, with the amp. Okay. Upper side, AM, lower side. All right. This is the plus 10 kc switch. I think I've already showed you that. It goes up 10 kc no matter what channel you're on. Matter of fact, if you go to the top of this band, that's the top frequency, hit the plus 10 kc button, hey look, you get one more. Alright. You can see where I dressed the wires up in here. I probably need to add another wire tie right there. I'll go back and do that. I also got to put some Loctite on the screws to hold your nameplate on back there. But other than that, it's finished. I just looked at the chart again, the build sheet, saw all your add-ons. That's where it starts. That's the low band, CB, high band. Okay. All right. As soon as I get the faceplate, or the decal rather, for the faceplate, then I'll finish up the video. All right, Andre in Connecticut. This is your final video. Here's your LesComm DX2547. Okay. Right now I'm in receive, 100 microvolt signal. I did adjust the meter before I put the covers on it, but it still looks like it might be reading just a little bit high. That should be an S9 right there. But you can see it's reading a little bit high, just a little bit. Just keep that in mind. That's on AM. There it is on lower sideband. The meter will settle here in a second. And again, it's just a tad bit high, but that's okay. It's real close. All right. Now let's cut that off. I'm sure you can hear the tone. I got the volume turned down real low because it's quite annoying. Okay. Alrighty. Functions. Plus 10 kc switch. No matter where you're at, hit that button, go up 10 kcs. Okay. Band switch. Right now we're in CB. That's where high starts. That's almost the highest channel, but if you hit the 10 kc button, you go up one more. Okay. And now for low, that's where the low band starts. That's where the low band stops. Okay. Alrighty. I like to tune it up on channel 20 and then spread it out from there. Okay, here's your SP1A button. Push this in, SP1A is on. Out, SP1A is off. Here's your RFX150 button, your amp button. Push this in, amp is on. Actually, that's a misnomer. The amp is on all the time. What this does is activate the keying circuit. Okay, if this is out, the keying circuit is not activated. Push that in, and now when you key the radio, the amp keys. All right. All the switches have been labeled. You can see now your volume, your on-off volume squelch is on this control here. Here is your echo. And of course the band switch. That used to be the 9 normal 19 switch. It's now the band switch for low, CB, and high. Alright, your clarifier. Goes up about 4.5. Goes down a little over 4.5. About, what is that, 4.9? Up 4.3, down 4.9. No, 4.8. Whatever. It gets real close. It likes 1.1 kc being 5 down. So, what is that? 3.9. I'll get it right here in a minute. Alrighty, let's do some demos. I've got my Yaesu fired up, and it's on channel 20. Get it right on frequency there. Okay, I want to demonstrate the SP1A as we're demonstrating power. Now on power, I've got a 250 watt slug on the peak side. I have a 100, or I'm sorry, what is that? That's a 50 watt slug on the RMS or average side. Okay. Okay, I'm on AM. Amplifier is off. RF power, mic gains turned all the way up. SP1A is off.
Hello, audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Hello, 1 2 1 2 audio.
Sorry about the feedback. I am using a stock microphone. Okay.
Now, as I'm talking, I'm going to reach over here and turn the SP1A switch on. Audio, hello, hello, audio. 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. I'm demonstrating the SP1A. SP1A is on. SP1A is off. Hello, SP1A is off. SP1A is on. Hello, SP1A is on. SP1A off.
Okay. Now then, what everybody wants to see. RFX 150 with the new ERF 9530s installed. That's, we're dead keying, what is that, about 25?
Hello, audio. Audio 1 2 3 4 5.
We're dead keying about 25 watts RMS. But I want you to look at the peak number. Now remember, that's a 250 watt slug in there. We're on the ×1 position. So we're reading on that top scale. 15 is 150. 20 is 200.
Hello, audio. Audio 1 2 1 2 audio. Audio, hello, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1.
That's about 205 peak watts out of these 9530s in this RFX 150.
Hello, test 1 2 1 2 test. Audio testing, testing. Audio, audio, hello, hello, audio, audio, audio. Audio, 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 audio. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1.
We're almost hitting 30 watts RMS, but that peak number there is just amazing. That was on AM, and with the SP1A off, I'm now on sideband. RF power's turned all the way up. We turn the amp off. Hello, the amplifier is off. Let me change the mode on the radio, on the monitor radio. Now my gain's all the way up. RF power's all the way up. SP1A is on. Now I'm going to turn on the RFX 150. Presto, RFX 150 is now on. Audio, hello, hello, audio. You can see it's beating up my meter now with that 100 watt element in it. Hello, audio. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1 audio test. Those 9530s sure do make a difference. And this SP1A is keeping the average talk power up. Okay, average talk power is up, and you can see mic gains all the way up, RF gains all the way up, SP1A is on. Hello, audio, audio 1 2 1 2 audio. This thing is working great. That was on sideband. Let's go to AM. Hello, audio. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test. Hello, audio 1 2 1 2 audio. Alright, it backs up just a little bit right there. That's with RF power all the way up. I'm going to turn RF power down to about 12 o'clock. Hello, audio. Audio 1 2. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. You see, we're still over 200 watts peak, and we're going forward now on the meter. And I've got RF power set at 12 o'clock. Okay. Alrighty. Hello, audio. Audio 1 2. Hello, audio. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back on sideband now, on the lower side. RF power still turned down to about 12 o'clock. But look, we're still beating up that 100 watt meter. And we're also going over 200 watts peak. And that's with a cable connected directly from the RFX 150 going up through this into the switch box directly over to the meter. And there's the tap right there. Okay, pick off point for the spectrum analyzer and stuff. I'll show you that in just a second. And it might help if I turn it on, let it warm up. But anyway, let's do that real quick and I'll be back. Even after all of that, I can touch the heat sink on this RFX 150. It's warm, but it's not hot. And you guys saw what I was just doing with all the testing and everything. So those 9530s are a whole lot better than the 7530s these RFXs came with. So if you got one, I would recommend you get a couple of the ERF 7530s and swap them out. You get more output power, as you saw right there. Normally the RFX 150 does about 150 to 175, but with these 9530s in there, it's doing over 200, and it's not getting that hot. It's warm, like I said, but not hot. Okay, and putting the dual finals in this one give it enough drive to really run that power up, and you saw that it was clean and it sounded good. Okay, let's do some spectrum testing. Okay, here's your new DC power connector. Okay, it runs both the amplifier and the radio. Now, if you just want to use the radio, you can just run it off of AC, but you can't run the amplifier and the radio off of AC. Remember that. If you want to run the amplifier, I think you might want to run the amplifier while you're using the radio. You got to run it off of DC. Okay, and I put these Anderson power pole on there, and here is the one that's going to go to your power supply. Okay, and I'll change that fuse out to a 30 amp fuse. You need 30 amperes in here, not a 50. Alrighty. Okay. Okay, now we're going to demo the echo. Hello. 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 Audio. Audio. Hello. Turn the RF gain back up and just open the squelch. Oh crap, I just messed up. Damn radio's got too many buttons. Menu. Squelch. Open the squelch. Turn the menu off. Hello. Hello. Yeah. See, I did away, I took my little B and K out of line here, and now I'm not getting any signal on the Yazoo. And RF power's all the way up. Hello, 1 2 1 2. Let's see. I wonder if I can hear it in feedback. Talk back. Yeah. Audio, audio, audio. God damn it. Audio, audio. There we go. Okay. Audio, 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 audio. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Audio 1 2. Audio 1 2. Okay. Let's turn that down and see what it sounds like there. This is the echo demo. Hello, echo. 1 2 1 2 echo. Now I'm going to turn up the time. Audio, hello. Hello, audio. We're checking the echo. Alright, I'm I'm going to turn the time back down, and now I'm just on the echo. And that's at about 1 o'clock, and there's about 3 o'clock. That's a little too much. About 2 o'clock, I think sounds pretty good right there. Alrighty, now I'm going to turn it off. Okay, it goes off. Sounds the best with it at 2 o'clock and no time in there. That's my personal opinion. But you set it up the way you want it. Okay, we're on channel 20. Amp is off. SP1A now is off. Okay, we're on the spectrum. Our reference level is 0. And we're reading all the way down to negative 60. From 0 dB to negative 60 dB. Most of your adjacent channel rejects anything below 50 on the newer radios. Okay, we're also going from the frequency range is 1 megahertz. Okay, center frequency is 250. We're reading all the way up to 500 megahertz. Now this is the radio only. Let me turn the mic gain down. That's radio only right there. Okay. Turn the mic gain up. Hello audio. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 audio test. Seeing just like the second or third harmonic peak up there. But now the radio's not keyed and I'm still seeing some peaks. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Probably feeding back through the outside antenna. Okay. Now that's on AM. Amplifier now is on. Still on channel 20. I see second, third, and another one up there close to about 200 megahertz, but they're all at or below 50 dB. So that reference line right above 60 is 54 dB down. Okay. The next line up is negative 48 dB down. Alright. Now, let's see what modulation looks like. Hello audio. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 audio test. It will square if you holler into it. Okay. Turn on the SP1A now. Hello audio. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 audio test. 1, 2, 1, 2 test. You can see that it keeps the average on the modulation. It keeps the average up. And of course, if you talk real loud into the microphone, you can get it to square up a little bit. But even with me talking into it, that's what we're seeing right there. Audio, hello, hello audio, audio 1, 2. And you could tell that the amp was still on. I think I showed you all of that stuff. Sideband, I've showed you that. But I think that's it. It's pretty clean setup with these 9530s in there. Anyway, Andre, I sure hope you enjoy your new radio. It was my pleasure to build it for you. And yes, contrary to what some of you are saying, I do feel like I build these radios because I tear them down to nothing and put them all back together different from what they come from the factory. Okay? Anyway, hope all of you guys had a great Labor Day weekend. Andre, like I said, I sure hope you enjoy your new radio. It was my pleasure to build it for you. 7-3, everybody.